Hey, what's up? My name is Tyson Brown and I want to welcome you to Tyson's Fitness Tips podcast. This is Australia's top health and fitness podcast to help you lose weight, look good with your shirt off, feel confident in your body, and finally achieve the goals you want with your health and fitness. So 5 days a week, I'm going to be giving you top information from myself and also from leading experts in the field so you know everything you need to do to get in the best shape of your life. From nutrition to mindset to workout, everything is covered in this podcast and you need to go nowhere else. So like I said, it's going to be 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, in your ears with quick actionable segments that you can implement straight away, because the most important thing is that you can put these things into play. Also, if you listen all the way to the end of the episode, you're going to get 2 special gifts that you can download upon listening to it. So make sure you listen all the way to the end to get those free gifts, okay? So let's get into the episode. Sponsored today by Nike. Not really. If they would sponsor me, I would definitely take it, but unfortunately not. So, anyways, today we are going to be talking about something very important. Man, you can see my side boob here. What if I turn this way? There, that's better. We're going to be talking about abstaining versus moderating. Now, the reason I want to bring this one up today is because it's only something I thought about it a long time ago, and then it's recently come back into my, brain type of thing. Because I realized, we are not all the same when it comes to dieting, losing weight, trying to get fit, trying to get healthy. Everyone's going to have different ways about going about that. Some people are going to be abstainers and some people are going to be moderators. And what that means is, I want to kind of give you an idea about what abstainers are, what moderators are, but also why this is important for you to know. Because once you understand whether you're an abstainer or whether you're a moderator, it's going to make dieting so much easier for you. So what you need to think about, first of all, I want to tell you exactly what a moderator is, exactly what an abstainer is, and then we're going to decide which one you are, okay? So, a moderator. A moderator are those people who you see on Instagram, who I am pretty much a moderator most of the time. There are people who can eat a certain food and they don't have to cut it out completely. So what I mean by that, if you've heard of if it fits your macros, basically these people can eat whatever they want as long as it fits their macronutrients, and that's what I tell my clients too. So if you can have that pizza, only one piece of pizza, and you can keep dieting and not let it throw you off, and you still stay in your calorie deficit, then you're a moderator. If you can have those foods you still enjoy and you're able to have them in moderation and not cut them out completely and still diet successfully, then you are a moderator. And a moderator is someone who can manage things, right? You can manage things a lot better than an abstainer. Abstainers, on the other hand, something that I've recently come to realize that I pretty much am, is someone who needs to abstain away from a lot of processed food when they're trying to diet down, because one small thing can throw you off completely. And so when you know that, when you begin to, let's say, for example, before I go into anything further, if I had a little bit of ice cream, let's say I had Halo Top, and I know it's 320 calories. I had that Halo Top, but then I'm like, ooh, I want something else sugary. Ooh, I want to go for this. Ooh, I want to go for that. Ooh, I want to go for this. And all of a sudden, it's like something's triggered in my brain, and then I can eat whatever. I just eat everything. And so it triggers me for everything. And that can really throw you off track. And it happens to me at the moment, which is actually funny because I never used to be an abstainer, but now I realize I'm going to have to go for some abstinence at the moment because I just feel like I'm on this sugar kick. I'm just kind of obsessed with sugar at the moment. So it's oh man, I've got to be able to cut that out. And so, yeah, exactly. So we've got to find out who we are, because Kype just replied and she said that's her. And if that's you, if you're someone who needs to abstain, that's cool too. But you need to understand what type of person you are. Because if you're someone like myself who was saying, nah, I can have this in moderation, but every time you did, it ended up throwing you off. Hey Kevin, how you doing? It ended up throwing you off. It just, you went crazy. You're like, nah, I can't have this. If I have this, I'm going to have everything. Then you are probably going to be an abstainer. And you're not going to be like that for the rest of your life. You're not an abstainer or you're not a moderator. Just some certain periods of time, depending on what it is, it could be your emotions, it could be work stress, it could be whatever it is. Certain periods of your life, you might just be an abstainer for a while, or you may have used to be an abstainer, but now you can have things in moderation. And so understanding where you are at the moment, thinking about like, are you an abstainer or are you a moderator, where you are and what's going to work best for you is going to help you diet. Because some people are saying, as long as you track your calories and you're in a calorie deficit, you're going to lose weight. That's true. But if you're tracking your calories and then you have something that still fits your calories, like let's say Halo Top ice cream or let's say a chocolate bar, but you can't stop at that one chocolate bar and you keep going and going and going, then you have got a problem, and that means you need to be an abstainer, which is completely fine. It just means you are not good at having foods in moderation. Doesn't matter. What you do then is you completely abstain from the foods you know are going to cause you, like we call these trigger foods. But if you just abstain from shitty processed foods and you eat whole nutritious foods, it's going to be much easier for you to be able to stick to your diet. And for some periods of time, you're just going to have to do that. You're going to have to go, you know what, I have to abstain. And that's what I personally have to do at the moment. I'm going to have to abstain from food for a while. Not all food, obviously. Just processed foods until I can kind of get myself back under wraps. And once I finish my diet, I'm going to see how I go. Like, can I go back to moderation or do I still need to abstain for a while? And so you need to be able to do that for yourself. Like, I only figured this out a couple of weeks ago when I was sitting there and I was like, you know what? I can't stop at one Halo Top ice cream anymore. Or I can't stop at half a chocolate. Like, I have to have the whole thing. Then I have to go for something else. Then I have to go for something else. And so realizing that, I'm like, you know what? I do just have to cut out all complete processed foods at the moment because it's not working for me. And that's why you can't listen to what everyone says. If people say keto is the only way, that is bullshit, because it works for some abstainers because they just cut out a select food group. But some people can have it in moderation, which is why you see the people who do if it fits your macros, they can have foods in moderation. So both ways work. They still keep you in a calorie deficit, and calorie deficit is going to help you lose weight. Hey, Causa, but you've got to figure out what's going to be the best thing to you. Okay, you've got to figure out: are you going to be someone who can have some foods in your diet, who can have some, like, those foods that you may enjoy, they might be sugary, they might taste nice, but aren't going to cause you to overeat, or you're someone who's got to abstain. And here's the thing I want to say to you too: if you're an abstainer like I am, you've got to think about strategic times where you can have those foods you still enjoy without going over the edge. So what I would say is, if you're an abstainer and you know you've got to stay away from processed food and you've only got to eat clean, quote unquote clean, I hate that word, but if you're someone who's only got to eat all unprocessed foods, nothing with anything in it, no sugar, no nothing, because you're like, you know what, I know it's going to send me down the wrong direction, then what you have got to do is you've got to just take some time to think about and go, okay, if I'm going to be an abstainer, when am I going to allow myself that little bit of freedom? Because the worst thing with abstainers is if you abstain for way too long, you're going to fucking go off the other end when you actually have something. It's going to make you crash, and you're going to overeat everything, and you're going to go nuts, because it's happened to me before when I used to be abstaining. So what you got to think about then is, okay, how am I going to be able to work this in? So here's my strategy. Monday to Saturday, I don't eat anything bad. I abstain from everything, okay? No processed food, no nothing. Sunday, I still abstain until the end of the day. For my last meal, I save myself 600 calories. 600 calories, I'm going to enjoy whatever I want. That's it. Go back on Monday, get straight back on track. So you set those parameters and rules for yourself. That doesn't mean you go strict for 6 days of the week and then you have a cheat meal or a cheat day. No such thing as cheating. You've still got to stay within your calorie deficit. That's why I made this key point. I save myself 600 calories for that day so I can enjoy those 600 calories without blowing it out. Because 600 calories, that's 2 Halo Tops. That's great. That can be like a tub of ice cream for someone. That can be a couple of chocolate bars, whatever it's going to be. It's enough to satisfy the craving and to keep you going for the next week. It's as simple as that. You've got to figure out strategies for yourself. Is it you're going to be strict from Monday to Thursday, or Monday to Friday night, and then Friday night you go out with friends for dinner, still in your calorie deficit, and then for the rest of the week you go back to normal? Or is it going to be, whatever it's going to be, figure out what's going to be best for you, if you are an abstainer, and how you're going to do it. If you're a moderator, you don't really have to stress about it, because you're one of the lucky people who can just have foods in moderation and not worry about it. You might have trigger foods that you can't have, but you can moderate certain foods that you actually just enjoy. And for me, it's just not sustainable at the moment. I can't be a moderator. I used to be able to do it, but I just think with work, I'm going to be honest with you guys, with work stress that's going on at the moment, training clients, trying to get more clients, trying to grow this online business, trying to grow my in-person business, other life stresses coming up, it's just too hard. And because I'm an emotional eater and I love to use food to treat my emotions, I just tend to go nuts on everything. So I'm like, you know what? For a certain period of time, I just need to abstain from processed foods from Monday to Sunday. Sunday afternoon, I'm going to have 600 calories worth. And you know what? It's really only going to be saved for peanut butter on toast, because like I can't have peanut butter, right? So that would be my quote unquote saved calories. Or I might have 2 Halo Top ice creams, whatever it's going to be, Sunday evening, have that food, go back to normal Monday, and it's just like back on track. It's getting that mindset, okay? And so you've really got to think about where you are in life at the moment, how much stress is in your life, what's going to be more sustainable for you, what's worked for you in the past. Like if you've always been an abstainer, but you've always found yourself binging, why not try moderation? If you've always found yourself being a moderator, but now it just doesn't seem to work at the moment like it does for me, maybe it's time for some abstaining and then see how that goes. So it's all going to be what's going to work best for you in the end of the day. But you've got to think about what person you are, because once you figure it out, I tell you what, it's going to be so much easier. Keto works for some people. Intermittent fasting works for some people. If it fits your macros works for some people. Vegan works for some people. Whatever it's going to be, you find your thing. You either choose abstinence, you either choose to abstain, or you choose to moderate, and then you figure out what's going to work best for you. So, I hope that was helpful. I hope that gave you a little bit of insight about abstainers versus moderators. Let me know if it was helpful, and I will speak to you in the next episode. Don't forget, you can go to tysonbrown.com.au/bundle to get your free 6-week fat loss guide. Speak to you next time. Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate it. So now you've listened all the way to the end. That means you get some free goodies. So what you can do is you've got 2 different options, or you can take them both. I've got an intermittent fasting cheat sheet and a high protein 20 recipe meal guide designed specifically for you in your situation. These meal plans and this intermittent fasting guide is designed to help you burn stubborn belly fat and get in the best shape of your life. So all you have to do is go to the show notes, click on the download link, and they'll get sent straight to your email address. It's as simple as that. They're completely free. They're going to help you transform your body. So go to the show notes now and download your free guides, and I'll speak to you in the next episode.